3-1. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Fall Classic Baseball. The 1983 postseason is on the air. We are back at Tiger Stadium. This is Game 5 of the American League Championship Series between the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Some big-time heroics by Kirk Gibson in Game 4. A 3-run bomb in the bottom of the ninth gave the Tigers a 3-1 series lead. Do the Tigers clinch tonight their second berth in a World Series here on RJL Network? The Tigers, of course, went to the 1961 World Series on my network, but fell to the Milwaukee Braves. The Chicago White Sox won their World Series in 1994 on the restart for payoff pitch. Tigers looking to get back to the World Series since my 61 replay. The White Sox have been waiting, well, since I started doing this. So what will happen tonight? Do the Tigers clinch, or do the White Sox send it back to Comiskey Park for a Game 6? We'll see if the White Sox have recovered from that devastating loss in Game 4. Chuck Rawlings is first to join us here at Tiger Stadium. Not an empty seat anywhere, of course, here at this place. And we are ready and set to go. So without further ado, it's time to play some Fall Classic Baseball fast action cards. And to my left, let's get started. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. Their number 1 starter, Hall of Famer, Jack Morris. Yeah, I'll give it to him. Morris has a record of 1 win and 1 loss in the postseason, and he is going to be an A-grade pitcher tonight. He only allowed 2 runs in his last start. So Jack Morris is going to be an A-grade pitcher. So he will get the call tonight for the Tigers. It is up to Morris the Cat to send this team into the World Series. But the White Sox may have got something to say about it. And we all know the hardest game to win is always the last one. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the White Sox will be center fielder Rudy Law. He's batting .303 for the playoffs. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. White Tigers are the home team, as Art Shackle now joins us here at Tiger Stadium. The fans here are loud. They want to see their Tigers clinch a chance to get to the World Series tonight. Do the Tigers, do they mob the field today in Tiger Stadium? Or are they going to have to wait at least one more game in Comiskey Park? Let's see what Fall Classic has to say. Starting off with a 63, and that is going to be a swing and a miss, struck him out. First strikeout from Morris, he had 232 of them in 83, and that is 1 out. Vita Productions joins us here at Tiger Stadium. Next batter is the catcher, Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk, the original Pudge, only batting .094 for the postseason. Boy, is he way underachieving. He batted .289 in 1983. Morris will pitch. And that's a 55, that's a 4, and that's going to be a triple for Fisk. Fisk smacks one right past second base. It's going to go all the way into the corner. That'll be picked up there by Wilson, but Fisk got decent speed, and he's going to get to third, and that's going to be a triple. So Fisk leads off with a triple, and he's on at third. And now they will bring up the right fielder, Harold Baines, Hall of Famer. No. Baines batting .194 for the postseason. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Tiger Stadium. Fisk on at third. The infield's going to play in. It's early, but they're going to do it. I don't know why I'm rolling a strat. They don't do that here. Morris will pitch. And that's a 32, and that's going to be an out. That's going to be an out. Morris is an A pitcher today, not a B. So that's going to be an out on a 32. And that's going to be a fly out to left field. And that says run with risk. Let's see here. That's hit to left field, and that is hit to Herndon. Herndon has an average arm. has an average arm. If you run with risk, a 1-3, Fisk would be safe. 4-6, he would be out. That's a 50-50 chance. And the White Sox absolutely must win. And I am going to, I don't know, Jimmy Jam. Do you send Fisk here? A 1-3, he's safe. A 4-6, he's out. It's early, though. What do we do here? Does Jimmy Jam have a call, or am I going to roll this? He says stay. Fisk will hold, 2 down. And that will be a fly out to left field. So 2 down. And that will bring up the Chicago designated hitter, Greg Wheels Luzinski. He's batting .320 for the postseason, above his average. He also has 3 bombs. Fisk on his third. Morris will pitch. Morris, 64. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. No runs and a hit. Fisk gets a triple, but they decide to keep him at third, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. As yes, I know the Stanley Cup is on. My Panthers play at 8:30. Starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, their #1 starter, Richard Dotson. And he is also going to be an A-grade pitcher. He got the shutout against the Tigers in Game 1. So Dotson is also an A-grade. So we got 2 A-grade pitchers tonight. Leading off for the Tigers, second baseman, Lou Whitaker, who should be in the Hall of Fame. He's batting .400 for the playoffs, and he's got 2 bombs. Dotson will pitch. And 14, and that's going to be an out. It'll be a ground out to second base. It's an out X. Handled easily there by Cruz. And the throw to first for the out, 1 down. Next batter is the shortstop, Alan Trammell, Hall of Famer. He needs Whitaker in there. Trammell also batting well, batting .429 for the postseason. He also has a home run. Pitch from Dotson, 63, and that is going to be an out. It's going to be a ground out to second base, handled by Cruz again. And Cruz will toss it over for out number 2. And now here's the left fielder, Larry Herndon. Herndon batting .265 for the playoffs. He got a home run as well. The White Sox lead the postseason in home runs. Ben Wicks joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Dotson will pitch. And 46, that's off the ballpark. That's a 17. And again, and that's going to be that's going to be a single, but Herndon's got to try to stretch it into a double. So Herndon rounding first. He's got to try for second. That's fielded by the left fielder, and that is Kittle. Kittle has an arm rating, as an assist rating of 3. A 1-3, Herndon is out. He's safe. Herndon beats the throw. He turns that single into a double, and the Tigers have their first base runner. So Herndon moves to second. And now the batter is the catcher, Lance Parrish. Parrish is batting .334 for the postseason. He has 4 home runs. Runner at second for the Tigers. Bottom of the first here, no score. Tigers lead 3-1. No, it's going to be inside pitch and fall classic. I'll be alternating the games. I haven't decided yet what's going to be first. Herndon on at second. Dotson will pitch. And 25, that's going to be an out, and that is going to be a fly ball to center field. But this is Parrish's first at bat. This is a possible injury. That is a possible injury for Parrish. That's an optional rule that Fall Classic has. I've not been able to use it, and it's an optional rule. And the rule is, on the first at bat, if a 25 is rolled, it's a possible injury for that player. That's still going to be a fly out to center. Now we got to see if Parrish is going to be all right. Parrish did play in 155 games. So let's see what we got here. And for those of you wondering about that rule, I'll actually show it to you here. This is the optional rule. Use games on starting hitters' first plate appearance only. If he rolls a 25, use the play result, and then use the following. So it is a possible an injury, and it says the player is not removed from the current game. So we'll see what he is. He has 155 games, and Parrish is going to be out for one game. But it does not. It means it's not removed from the current game. So Parrish is going to stay in, but he will not be able to play the next game. So Parrish is out though. He stays in there. It's going to be an injury probably, but that's the end of the inning. No runs and a hit for the Tigers. No score after one. So Parrish has got to come. He will not be playing in Game 6 if this game goes any further. Game 6 if the series goes any further. He will play, however, in Game 1 of the World Series, however, if that does occur. We go to the top of the second. Morris back on the mound. Leading off for the White Sox, left fielder Ron Kittle. Kittle batting .215 for the playoffs. He has 3 home runs. Morris will go ahead and pitch. Morris, 21, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third strikeout from Morris the Cat. Here's the first baseman, Greg Walker. Walker batting .191 for the postseason. Morris will pitch. Morris, 53, possible strikeout. 20 is a no. Now it's a possible error. Range play. Range play to third base. It's a one-base single, and that is hit to Brookins. Brookins was pretty good. His range is a 13. And he's got it. Nice play by Brookins. He'll make the play and throw it over to first. And that is out number 2. And now the third baseman, Vance Law. He is batting .273 for the playoffs. Morris will pitch. Morris, 53 again. Possible strikeout. That's a 4. And that's a cold strike. 3 on Law, and the inning is over. Fourth strikeout from Morris. Nothing across. We go to the bottom of the second. White Sox trying to get this series back to Comiskey Park. Tigers trying to end this series tonight. Leading off for the Tigers, first baseman Enos Cabell. He's batting .206 for the postseason. He's finally getting his average up there. Pitch from Dotson. And 44 base hit for Cabell. Cabell will get a single, and he gets the steal sign. For the stolen base rating, the stolen base statistic of 7, I'm not going to send him. But that is going to be a base hit for Cabell. So Cabell gets a single. And now the right fielder, Glenn Wilson. Wilson batting .334 with a home run. Enos Cabell will stay at first. Wilson, not a good bunter. He'll swing away. Pitch from Dotson. And 53, possible strikeout. 13 is a no. Now it's a range play. And that's going to be an infield single past the shortstop. So it's got to be a chance here for Fletcher. Fletcher was excellent. His range is an 18. And he's got it. And that is going to be a fielder's choice. Picked up by Fletcher. He'll get Cabell at second. And that's all they'll get. It'll be 1 out. Fletcher makes a nice play, and that will turn into a fielder's choice. Next batter is the center fielder, Chet Lemon, one of the more underrated players in baseball history. He's only batting .173. His weight is about 80 points under his average. He does have a home run. Doug Hunt joins us here at Tigers Stadium. 1 out here, bottom of the second, no score. Can the White Sox recover from the shot heard round the world in Game 4 of this series? Dotson will pitch. 61, swing and a miss. Struck him out. He'll get Lemon. First strikeout for Dotson. He had 137 of them in 83. And now that brings up the Detroit designated hitter. And he gets a huge ovation from the crowd. Kirk Gibson. Gibson batting .215 for the postseason. He's got 2 bombs. Kirk Gibson will come on to bat here, 2 outs. Wilson on it first. Dotson will pitch. Dotson, 12, and that is going to be an out. It's going to be a ground out to second base, handled there by Cruz, and the throw goes to first to retire the side. No runs and a hit, no score after 2. As Clee baseball fan joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Last night, we had a 14-inning game that went scoreless all the way through until the bottom of the 14th inning. That was the first time I ever had a 14-inning game where no team had any runs. That's the first time ever I had a game go that long. Top of the third, leading off for the White Sox will be Scott Fletcher, the shortstop. He's batting .223 for the postseason. Morris will pitch. Morris, 26 against the lefty, be a base hit. Morris is a righty. That's going to be a ground out to short. Handled there by Trammell, and over to first it goes. Tigers are overcarded. Here comes the second baseman, Julio Cruz. Cruz batting 186 for the playoffs. Morris will pitch, and 64, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. That is the 5th strikeout from Morris, 2 away. And now here's Law. Law's 0 for 1. Morris will go ahead and pitch. Morris, 12, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be ground out to second base. Handled there by Whitaker. He will take it and toss it over to first. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3, go the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the third. Who's going to break through first here in this ball game? Can you hit Gibson next time up? Leading off for the Tigers, third baseman Tom Brookins. He is overachieving. He is batting .334. Awesome for a batter that did .214 in that regular season. So he's way overachieving. Dotson will deal. And 55, he's going to get another one. That's a base hit. Brookins leads off with a single, and that is a hit for him. He also gets the steal sign. I'm probably going to wind up sending him. Next batter is Whitaker. Brookins has a stolen base rating of 14. And let's see, Dotson has a strong arm, so that's going to make things interesting there. And Fisk has an average arm. So the question is, do I send Brookins? You know what? If you're the Tigers, you're really trying to do this here. So what do you do? Chuck Rawlings, do you send Brookins here? Do you send Brookins? He would have a 1 to 4. No, it's a 1 to 14 because Fisk has an average arm. So it's his arm that makes the difference. Rawlings says no. Okay, we'll pitch. Brookins will hold it first. Dotson will pitch to Whitaker. And 24, that's going to be an out. And it will be a ground out to first base. Runner to second. Batter tagged up the line. Three unassisted. So that means that Brookins makes it to second base. And Whitaker is tagged trying to get to first. That'll be out number 1, though. So they do move the runner up. So 1 out. And now the batter is Trammell. Trammell is 0 for 1. Brookins on it, second. Dotson will pitch. And 15, and that's going to be an out. And that's going to be a ground out to second. The runner will advance to third. So Brookins goes to third. Trammell moves him over, and that's 2 away. So now 2 down. And now a chance for Herndon. Herndon got a double his first time up. Runner on third. Bottom of the third. No score. 3-1 Tiger lead. Tigers trying to get to the World Series. White Sox trying to get it back to Comiskey. Dotson will pitch. 46. That's off the ballpark. That's a 15. And against a righty, that's going to be a foul out. And getting under that will be the first baseman, Walker. He's going to get it in foul territory. And that'll retire the side. No runs and a hit. Still no score after 3. Are we going to have another no-scoring game like we had last night? Is Fall Classic going to do the same thing Inside Pitch did? We go to the top of the 4th. Leading off for the White Sox will be Pudge, Carlton Fisk. He got a triple his last time up, but he was stranded at 3rd. Morris with the pitch. And 52, possible strikeout. 11 is a no. Now it's a possible error, and it's a possible 2-base error on the 3rd baseman. That ball is hit to Brookins. Brookins did make the occasional error. His error rating is a 10. But he doesn't make one here. Brookins has got it. Throws to first, out number 1. Nice play by Brookins. He will not make an error there. And now here's Baines. Baines is 0 for 1. Jack Morris says, Hall of Famer, look at me. I'm a real Hall of Famer here on the mound. Baines will go ahead and pitch. Morris will pitch. Morris, 64, that's going to be a strikeout. 2 away. Morris dealing some heat. That's the 6th strikeout for Morris. And now here's Luzinski. Luzinski is 0 for 1. He made some errors. Yeah, he made some errors. Morris will pitch to Luzinski. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping Morris the Cat gets it done. Morris, 65. That ball 1-9. And Luzinski, well, that's a 1, and that's pretty much gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Greg Luzinski. Stadium groans. Greg Luzinski hits a solo bomb. That's his 4th home run of the postseason. It's 1-0 White Sox. So Bull Luzinski blasts one out on a 65. Morris does give up that one. And now the batter is Kittle. Kittle is 0 for 1. Morris will go ahead and pitch. And 11, and that's an out. That's going to be a fly ball to right. An easy play there for Wilson. And he will make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit. Greg Luzinski hits his 4th home run of the playoffs. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Lance Parrish will lead off. He's 0 for 1. Parrish will not be playing if this goes to a game 6, Parrish will not be playing in it. Dotson will be going ahead and pitching. Dotson, 44. A 1-3 is a triple. That's a 3, and Parrish continues to smack the ball, and he leads off with a triple. He hits that one past the first base side. Now that is actually on the button for a triple. He's on the button, and that's not going to make a difference. So it's going to be a triple anyway. Parrish gets a leadoff triple. Tying run is aboard at 3rd. And here's Cabell. Cabell got a base hit his first time up. Infield playing in. Parrish on at 3rd. Dotson will try to get Cabell out. Fans here at Tiger Stadium trying to help the Tigers try this series up. Dotson will pitch. And 16. And that's going to be an out X, but the infield is in. So let's see what that's going to be. And that is going to be a line out instead. That's going to be a line out to the shortstop. And that's out number 1. So we'll line out to short. Grabbed by Fletcher. Parrish stays at 3rd, 1 down. Out X only works with runners on first. Even with the infield in. Here's Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 1. Dotson will pitch to Wilson. 1 out here, bottom of the 4th. Dotson will deal. And 42, And that's going to be ball 4. He walked him. Dotson gives up a walk at 42 at A, and Wilson will trot to first. First walk given up by Dotson. Lemon is 0 for 1. Is still going to play in. Lemon does hit into some double plays, but not many. They're going to play in. The White Sox cannot allow any runs. They need to win. Tigers got 3 games. I got 2 games to play with. Wilson on it first. Dotson will deal. And 31, that's a range play single. And that's a 10. And that is going to be, let's see, that is a 10. It's a range play chance for Richard to be a 1. And Richard Dotson, excellent range. His range is a 17. And he got it. And that's going to be out number 2. The runners will hold. Actually, no. Runners at first and third. That is a 6. And with the infield in, hold on here. That's not a line. Actually, that is a line out. All line outs caught in the 53, but that's a 31. So infielder playing infield. Let's see. Runners at first and third. Hit to the pitcher. If playing in, then out at the plate. My bad. 2 outs. So Parrish is out at the plate. And Wilson and Lemon will get on base, 2 away. So Parrish is out at the plate, but still a chance. And that will be a fielder's choice. And here comes Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 1. Runners at first and second. They're now 2 outs. Dotson trying to get out of the jam. Dotson will deal with Gibson. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping Gibson can do what they did during a game ago. Dotson will pitch. 63, not this time. That is going to be a fly ball to center field. And getting to that will be Rudy Law. He will make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit and a walk for the Tigers, but they cannot bring him in. Still 1-0 after 4. We go to the 5th. Morris back on the mound. And here's Greg Walker. Walker is 0 for 1. 1-0 favor of the White Sox. Tigers lead the series 3-1. Tigers win. They are in the World Series. White Sox win. Game 6 of this series will be on Thursday. Morris will go ahead and pitch. And 24, hit by pitch. 1-4. -2 makes it a 2. That's a 9. That's not going to be hit batter. That's going to be a fly to right. That'll be easily grabbed by Wilson, and that's out number 1. Here comes Law. Law's 0 for 1. Morris will pitch. And 25, and that's not going to be an injury because it's Law's second appearance. That's going to be an out anyway. That's going to be a ground out to third. Easily picked up there by Brookins, and it goes to first for out number 2. That injury rule only occurs on the first appearance. Here's Fletcher. Fletcher is 0 for 1. David Baker joins us here at Tiger Stadium. Morris will go ahead and deal. And 34, that's going to be an out. That's going to be a ground ball to third base. Well, toss it over and retire the side. 1-2. Still 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Tom Brookins leads off for the Tigers. He got a single his first time up. Sparky Anderson, manager of the Tigers in 83. Tony La Russa, manager of the White Sox in 83. Dotson will deal. And 62, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the second strikeout for Dotson. Here's Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 2. Dotson will set and pitch. And 36, that's going to be an out. It'll be a fly to right. Getting to that is going to be Baines, and that's out number 2. And now here's Hamill is 0 for 2. Dotson right now getting the job done. He was very good in 83, record of 22-7. Dotson will pitch. And 16, that's going to be an out, a comebacker right back to Dotson. Dotson will get to that, toss it over, and retire the side. First time he retires the Tigers in order. 1-0 after 5. On to the 6th inning. Leading off for the White Sox is Julio Cruz. He's 0 for 1. Morris, he will pitch. And 21, and that is going to be an out, a ground out to second base. Whitaker's got it. Over to first it goes. Here's Law. Law is 0 for 2. Morris, he'll go ahead and pitch. Morris, 23. That's an out. That's a fly ball to left field. And that'll be handled by Herndon. And that's out number 2. Play nice in the chat. Play nice. Here's Pudge. Pudge is 1 for 2 with a triple. Morris will go ahead and deal. And 34, and that's going to be an out. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. Getting to that will be Lemon. And he'll make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across for the White Sox. Both these pitchers pitching like I expected them to do. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Some barking between the dugouts. Yes, so I see there, Mr. Witz. So I see. I see, said the blind man. Larry Herndon leads off for Detroit. He is 1 for 2 with a double. 1-0 Tiger. White Sox, another pitcher's duel. It's pretty much been that way throughout this entire series. Why not? The pitchers they had were pretty good. Dotson will pitch. And 63, that is going to be an out, a fly ball to right field. And Harold Baines is actually going to make a catch out there, number 1. Parrish is next. Parrish is 1 for 2 with a triple. Dotson, he'll go ahead and pitch. And 22, that's going to, a 1 to 13 is a single. That's a 16. It's going to be ball 4. So Dotson will walk Parrish. Parrish gets on base for the second time today. And the next batter is Cabell. Parrish will stay where he is. He's not going to do anything. Cabell is 1 for 2. Parrish on at first. Dotson will pitch to Cabell here. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Fans here at Tiger Stadium getting a little nervous. Dotson will deal. And 65. And let's see. Nope. 65 would be a 1 to 5 home run. Cabell a -4. So the only way it could be a home run is on a 1. But that's an 18. That's going to be a high fly ball to left field. And getting back there is going to be Kittle. He's going to be at the track near the wall. He's going to make the catch. And that is out number 2. Dotson did not throw a good pitch, but Cabell will not get a home run there. And with 2 outs, here's Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 1. 2 men down, bottom of the 6th. Dotson will pitch to Wilson. Parrish on at first. And 53, possible strikeout. It's no, so it's now a range play, and that's going to be a 1-base single to center field. So it's a range play for Rudy Law. His range is a 10. He can't get it. That's going to be a base hit. That's a 1-base single, and Parrish will hold at second base. So now runners at first and second, and now a chance for Lemon. Lemon is 0 for 2. 2 outs, tying run at second base. Wilson on at first. Go ahead, run at first. 1-0 White Sox. Bottom of the 6th. Fans at Tiger Stadium hoping Lemon can come through. Dotson will set it up. He will pitch. 44 Here it's going to be a base hit for Lemon, but will that score perish? That's going to be a base hit to center field. Second to home scores. Fast runner, first to third. Parrish will come in to score. Wilson holds at second base. Lemon goes to first. And it's tied at 1. Stadium cheers. Yay! Chet Lemon comes through with an RBI single, and this game is tied. Base hit to center field. Second to home scores. A fast runner goes first to third. Wilson is average. He has to hold at second. And now the go-ahead run at second base. And here comes Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 2. Lemon comes through with a big-time hit. Now tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Dotson will pitch to Gibson. 2 men down. Dotson will pitch. 53, possible strikeout. 20 is a no. Now it's a possible range play. And that's going to be a range play to short. That'll be a 1-base single, but the runners will advance 2 bases. So it's a range play to short. That ball is hit to Fletcher. Fletcher was excellent. His range is an 18. And he's got it. Fletcher will go ahead and get that. Takes his time. Throws to first to get Gibson. And the inning is over. 1 run, 1 hit. 2 hits and a walk. We're tied after 6. What a play by Fletcher. Fletcher definitely saved the run. He doesn't get that. The Tigers have the lead. We go to the top of the 7th. Morris back on the mound. It's Harold Baines leading off for the White Sox. He is 0 for 2. Tied at 1 now, top of the 7th. Tigers lead this ALCS 3-1. Morris will pitch. And 26 against a righty, it's a base hit. And that's what it is. It's a single. Baines will go ahead and hit that into the outfield. And Baines has a leadoff hit. Here comes Wheels. Luzinski had a bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Baines got a single, but he'll stay at first. Morris will pitch to Wheels. And 66. And that tie ball game didn't last very long. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Greg Luzinski is second bomb of the game. Stadium groans. A 2-run bomb by Luzinski. Take a 3-1 lead. Luzinski hits his 5th home run of the playoffs. And now it's 3-1. And now the batter is Kittle. Which means Morris is going to be a B pitcher his next time out. But he stays in A today. Kittle is 0 for 2. Morris, he'll pitch to Kittle. Still no one out here in the top of the 7th. Morris will pitch. And 31, that's a range play. And I'm going to re-roll for the 10, see where that goes. Anything but a 0. That's a range play to second base. And that's going to be hit to Whitaker. Whitaker's range is a 10. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. Kittle will hit it past Whitaker. And that's a single. Anytime a 0 comes up on the D20 on a 31 range play, I'm just going to go ahead and re-roll it. So Kittle will be on first with that. The batter now is Walker. Walker is 0 for 2. Still no one out. Top of the 7th. Morris will pitch. And 32, that's going to be an out. And let's see, that will to the catcher. That's out number 1. Pop fly ball to the catcher. 1 down. Law is 0 for 2. Kittle on it first. He'll stay there. Morris will deal. Morris, 26 against the lefty. It's a base hit. Morris is a righty. That's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly out to right field. Kittle will hold at first. As coming in as Wilson, he'll make the catch, 2 away. And now here's Fletcher. And I'm not getting problems with the stream. I'm not getting any issues here accordingly, or Ben. You may just want to refresh the browser. Fletcher is 0 for 2. 2 outs here. 3-1 White Sox now. Morris will go ahead and deal. And 46, that's off the ballpark. That's a 10. He's a righty. Strike 1. Morris will do it again. And 60. Struck him out, and the inning is over. That is a strikeout for Morris. 2 runs on 3 hits. Greg Luzinski hits his 5th home run of the postseason, his 2nd ball game. And the White Sox now have a 3-1 lead. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Every game we play from here on in is an elimination game. After a 14-inning marathon last night, we go back to Veterans Stadium for Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. And once again, we got a heck of a pitching matchup. Pitching for the Dodgers will be Fernando Valenzuela. Pitching for the Phillies again, lefty Steve Carlton. The Dodgers lead that series 3-2. Phillies must win to force a Game 7. Dodgers trying to get to the World Series with a win tomorrow night. Fernando Mania and lefty. Once again, an awesome pitching matchup. NLCS Game 6. That game is tomorrow night on the network. The White Sox lead this game 3-1. Tigers lead the series 3-1. White Sox trying to send it back to Comiskey for a Game 6. Leading off for the Tigers in the bottom of the 7th is Tom Brookins. He is 1 for 2. I'm not rushing, Philip. Don't worry. I'm not going to miss the hockey game. Don't worry about that. I can pick it up at any time. It doesn't matter to me. I'll get there. Dotson will pitch to Brookins. 52. Possible strikeout? No. Now it's a possible error on the second baseman. And that is a possible error on Cruz. Cruz didn't make that many errors. His error rating is a 4. He won't make one there. Cruz has got it. He'll throw it over to first for the out. 1 down. Next up is Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 3. Dotson, he'll go ahead and pitch. And 41, that's ball 4. He walked him. Dotson walks Whitaker. He'll give up a walk to him. First time Whitaker's reached base. And now Trammell. Trammell is 0 for 3. Whitaker on it first. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. 3-1 White Sox. Dotson looking in on Trammell. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping Trammell can come through with a big one. Dotson will deal. And 36, that is going to be an out. And that's going to be a ground out, and that is going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Runners are going to advance. So Whitaker will move to second. Fletcher's got it, throws to first, out number 2. So now Trammell is 0 for 4. And now here's Herndon. Herndon is 1 for 2 with a double. Whitaker on at second. Dotson gets the sign, and now he will pitch. Neither pitcher is tired yet. Dotson will deal. And 45, and that is going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball to right field. Baines is going to get to that, and he's got it, and retires the side. Nothing across except the walk. 3-1 White Sox after 7. Greg Luzinski doing all the damage for the Pale Hose in this game. We go to the 8th. Julio Cruz leads off for the Pale Hose. He's 0 for 2. Morris still has plenty left in the tank. They will let him pitch. Both pitchers are A grade, but Morris will be a B pitcher his next time out. He's allowed 3 runs. Morris will deal. And 12. That's an out to ground out to short. Handled by Trammell. Over to first it goes. 1 down. Here's Law. Law is 0 for 3. Morris gets the sign. He'll pitch. And 34, that's another out. That's a grounder to first base this time. Cabell will take it himself. And that's out number 2. And now Pudge. Pudge is 1 for 3. He's got a triple. Morris, they'll go ahead and deal. Morris, 56. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. That is strikeout number 8 for Morris the Cat. And 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Lance Parrish leads off for the Tigers. He is 1 for 2, a triple and a walk. I got to mark that he's going to be injured the next game for 1. Okay. So Dotson will pitch to Parrish. 3-1 in favor of the White Sox. Dotson still got a little bit left in the tank. He actually can pitch to 1 more batter before he feels fatigue, but I think the White Sox may stick with him. Dotson will pitch. 15. That's an out. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. Easy play there for Law, and that is out number 1. Here's Cabell. Cabell is 1 for 3. Dotson will deal. And 31. Range play to second base. That ball is hit to Cruz. Cruz was excellent. His range is a 15. And he's got it. What a play by Cruz. He'll turn that single into an out. And that's going to be a ground out to second, 2 down. And next batter is Wilson. Wilson is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Dotson looking in on Wilson. He'll pitch. Dotson, 13. That's going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball to right field. Harold Baines is going to get there. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. Richard Dotson doing a heck of a job tonight. 3-1 after 8. Leading off for the White Sox as we go to the top of the 9th is Harold Baines. Morris, I don't think I'm going to pitch them. I think I may bring out somebody else, and I think they're going to, let's see what they want to do here. Morris is not exactly tired. But I think in this situation, I think you make a change. I don't think you have him pitch in the 9th. That's going to be it for Jack Morris. He's going to leave with the L. And the Tigers are going to go to the bullpen here. And coming on to pitch for the Tigers is going to be Doug Bear. Bear has one hold in this postseason. So Doug Bear's job to keep it 3-1. And Bear is going to be an A pitcher as well. So Doug Bear will come on to pitch. Harold Baines will be the batter. Baines is 1 for 3 with a single. Bear will pitch. And that's a 22. A 1 to 15's a single. That's a 19. It is, of course, a walk. Bring in a new pitcher. The first thing they do is walk the leadoff batter. A walk given up by the Bear. That's a big insurance run. And here comes Wheels. Wheels is 2 for 3 with 2 bombs. Doug Bear knows he's got to be careful with Wheels. Luzinski is single-handedly giving the White Sox a chance to go back to Comiskey. Baines on it first. Bear will go ahead and pitch. And 65! And Bear's a 1 to 15. Luzinski's a pitcher. The normal 65. That's an 8. And guess what? Greg Luzinski just hit his 3rd bomb. Kaboom! That ball is high! That ball is deep! That ball is gone! Greg Luzinski is 3rd bomb of the game. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Greg Luzinski is responsible for all 5 RBIs in the ball game. It's 5-1, and it looks like we're going back to Comiskey Park. That is the 6th home run of the playoffs for Greg Luzinski. And Doug Bear, that was a bad pitch by him. That's off 65. That means that's a bad pitch. Next batter is Kittle. Kittle is 1 for 3. That was an absolute grapefruit, and Luzinski turned that into fruit salad. Bear will pitch. And 65, and that's a 17. That's going to miss this time. That's going to be a deep fly ball to left field. And getting to there will be Herndon. He's going to make the catch at the wall, out number 1. Kittle almost went back-to-back. A 1 to 15, that's a 17. Kittle will not hit a bomb there. And now here's Walker. Walker is 0 for 3. Bear will pitch. And 25 against the righty. It's a base hit. That's a single for Walker. Walker gets a base hit. And now here's Law. Law is 0 for 3. I don't know how much longer Sparky's going to go with Bear here. Still only 1 out in the top of the 9th. Now a 5-1 White Sox lead. Bear will deal. And 66, that's going to be a double for Vance Law. Will that score Walker? That's going to be a double to left field. First to home holds. With 2 outs, it's an assist. There's only 1 out. Walker holds at 3rd. Law has a double. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. And that's going to be it for Bear. A double for Vance Law. Runners at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Infield's going to be in. That's it. Bear coming out. And the next batter is Fletcher. And we'll see a new pitcher for the Tigers. And it's going to be Juan. And he's going to be a B pitcher. So Juan Berenger will be a B grade. And he will pitch to Fletcher here. Infield is in with 1 out. Top of the 9th. But now a 5-1 White Sox lead. Berenger will pitch to Fletcher. And that's a 14. That's going to be an out. And that is going to be an out X. But the infield is in. So Instead, that's going to be a fly out to left field, and all the runners are going to hold. Fly ball to left field, that'll be caught by Herndon, but all the runners hold. That's out number 2. And now here's Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 3. Berenger trying to keep it where it is, but the White Sox a 5-1 lead here. Berenger will deal. And 51, possible strikeout. 12 is a no. Now it's a possible error. Possible error on the second baseman, Whitaker. Whitaker's error rating is a 4. He didn't make many of them, but if he makes one, it's going to be an extra run that'll come in to score. And he makes an error. Whitaker misplays it, and it gets away from him. Cruz will go to first. Walker will score. Long goes to third. 6-1 White Sox. Stadium groans. That is an E4. First error on the Tigers. And now runners at the corners with 2 outs. And now it is 6-1 on an error by Whitaker. Didn't make many of them, but he will make one there. The next batter is Rudy Law, and Juan Berenger saying, well, I guess we ought to pack for Chicago. Law on at third, Cruz on at first. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Inning should be over. Law still looking for his first hit. Pitch from Berenger. And 32, that's going to be an out. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. An easy play there for Lemon. He's going to make the tire the side. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. 2-run bomb by Greg Luzinski. He's got 6 home runs in this postseason. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Bottom of the 9th inning. Richard Dotson, he is tired. He is considered tired, and he has not given up a run yet as being an A pitcher, so he is going to stay in the game and try to go the distance. Chet Lemon will lead off for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 9th. He's 1 for 3. Richard Dotson trying to send this game back to Comiskey. Dotson is tired. If he allows a hit or allows a base runner, that A grade becomes a B grade. Dotson will pitch. 46, that's off the ballpark. That's a 9, and it's fouled away. Strike 1. 22, and that's a walk. Lemon will draw a base on balls. He goes to first. And now Dotson is now a B grade pitcher, but I think they're not going to take any chances. White Sox are going to the bullpen. And they are coming on to pitch for the White Sox. They are going to go with coming on to pitch for the White Sox is going to be Dick Tidrow. Bring in Barojas at the moment. They're going to let Tidrow pitch here a little bit. Tidrow doesn't have any stats, but he has made an appearance. So Dick Tidrow will come on to pitch. 2 wins, 4 losses, 7 saves in 1983. And let's see what kind of a pitcher he's going to be. He's an A pitcher, so Tidrow's going to be an A as well. So the White Sox have definitely recovered since that disaster in Game 4. The batter is Gibson, and Gibson is 0 for 3. Jimmy Jam says intentionally walk him. I don't think you do that. You got a 5-run lead here. Tidrow will go ahead and pitch to Gibson. and 11, and that's going to be an out. And that will be a fly out to center field. Lemon will stay at first, and that's out number 1. Law makes the catch. 1 down. Next batter is Brookins. Brookins is 1 for 3. He'll bat. Lemon on it first. Tidrow will deal. And 54. That's off the 54 chart. And men on base, wild pitcher, pass ball has to be a 6. Tidrow a 1-7. That is going to be a wild pitch. Tidrow uncorks a wild one. Lemon will go to second on a wild pitch. But his run don't mean anything. It does take the double play away. Tidrow will pitch to Brookins. And 23, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Tidrow had 66 Ks, 2 away. And now the last chance for the Tigers is Lou Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 3 with a walk. Tigers trying to maybe get something done here, but it looks like we're going back to the Windy City. Tidrow will deal with Whitaker. Here comes the pitch. 36, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Getting to that easily will be Ron Kittle. He gets under it, puts out his glove, blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. White Sox escape elimination. There will be a game 6. They win tonight 6-1, and now it's a 3-2 series lead. Stadium barfs. Yeah. The Chicago White Sox come back from devastation in Game 4, and they pound the Tigers tonight 6-1, all because of Greg Luzinski, who is definitely the player of the game. Greg Luzinski went 3 for 4 with 3 bombs. And it's a 6-1 win for the White Sox, and there will be a Game 6 back at Comiskey Park. Final line score coming up. And Dotson, by the way, stays an A pitcher. For the White Sox, 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Tigers, 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Richard Dotson. He's going to go to 2-1 on the postseason. He's going to stay an A pitcher, only allowed 1 run. Jack Morris is going to take the loss. He's going to drop to 1-2 on the postseason. He goes to a B pitcher for his next time out. Dick Tidrow does get credit for a hold. So the White Sox hold off elimination. There will be a Game 6, and that will be Thursday night here on the network. But we still got another elimination game coming up. Tomorrow night, Game 6 of the National League Championship Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Dodgers lead that series 3-2. Fernando Valenzuela will be pitching for the Dodgers. Steve Carlton will be pitching for the Phillies. Phillies must win to force a Game 7. Dodgers win. They go to their 3rd World Series on the network. What will happen tomorrow night? Dodgers, Phillies, NLCS Game 6 inside pitch. We'll see it. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The White Sox cage the Cats. They win it tonight 6-1. But the Detroit Tigers still lead this series 3-2. See you guys tomorrow night.